Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. Today we have an interesting one for you. How much did this hunting season cost? How many years have I gone with, just spending what we need to spend and going hunting and never thinking about that total number? This year, I want to know what it is. I haven't seen it yet. I have the formula aired out in our spreadsheet, and we'll get there. But I want to talk to you guys for a second to say thank you all for watching. I appreciate every last one of you. If you haven't seen some of the videos from this past season, have to go check them out. I'll link some of them right here. It was an awesome season here at Sgtoutdoors Outdoors. I want to say thank you to everyone that participated. Let me come sit with you. I appreciate that. And everyone that filmed, thank you. And I want to give a couple of shout outs. Starting off the season with Jordan's story of shooting a buck, it surviving. We used a dog to track it. We decided it was probably alive, and sure enough, a week later he shows back up and Jordan puts a fatal shot on him. And it didn't make it easy. That story was absolutely incredible. Congratulations. And also what a season Jordan had. Congratulations to Jordan. And then we move on to Dad's first bow buck. Absolutely incredible. That made my year. If we wouldn't have got another deer all season, I'd be so happy still with getting Dad his first bow buck. And not only that, his biggest buck ever. Absolutely incredible. To my hunt of, just complete pure luck, technically making terrible decisions that lead to a hunt like that. Absolutely insane. Tyler's first bow buck this year, getting that on camera, sitting with him one day. We picked one day and I just went and it all came together. That hunt was absolutely incredible. Congratulations, Tyler, on your first bow buck. And then our rifle season, wasn't the greatest. I was able to connect on one on some deer drives on the last day, but overall, compared to last year and the year before that, not the greatest. But that's why I want to talk about how much did it cost to go hunting. This is gas. This is very much an underestimation. I definitely went hunting more than 26 times. I definitely filled up the truck more than 26 times throughout the season. However, I kept as many receipts as I could. I scanned as many receipts as I could into the app. And I also had to filter out some of our fishing stuff because, I keep track of all of that. So every time I go fishing, I have receipts for that gas. So this is very much the minimum. I spent at least $1,012 in gas to get to and from our home and our hunting land. And then you can see here in April, that was when we went and started pulling fences and we started all of our work to get the property ready for hunting season, for food plots and things, and then so on and so forth. So gas alone was $1,000 minimum. Oh God, that hurts to say. And I'm sure this is way less than a lot of you out there. Like I said, I am not complaining in any way, shape, or form about the money spent. I'm just interested in seeing these totals because I never think about the total. On any given week, I thought about, okay, I'm just gonna put the 20 in to get there and back today. Or I'm gonna fill up because I'm gonna go there a few times. So let me put the $90 in. I have to make a bunch of trips, things like that. So just in gas, we're at $1,000. Let's move on to a very broad definition, materials and supplies. $2,000. This is absolutely the minimum because what I realized just before I hit record on this video is there is no sportsman's guide charges in here, which I bought new arrows, I bought some broadheads, I bought a bunch of stuff on Sportsman's Guide as well, but I didn't grab those receipts for the app because they're in my emails. So once again, this is a huge underestimation, but it is at least our minimum. We spent $2,000. Then we bought some trail cameras, some cheaper trail cameras. That was, those expenses, they happen. Everyone's got them. You know, I tried my best to spend as little as possible on trail cameras this year, but it still happened. We bought another cell link. You know, we bought one more cheap camera to put out on public land. The new box blind cost quite a bit of money. This $126 was just the metal brackets that we decided to use. And then you can see $71 in materials and supplies from Menards. Each of these Menards trips, this one and this one, were to finish off that box blind. It was all the 2x4s, the screws, everything we used to build up that box blind. So that wasn't cheap, but it's cheaper than buying some of them out there, you know, $3,000 minimum, you know, and like I said, the minimum, because I know I went to the feed store more than this time. I spent more than $34 on seeds for food plots this year, but that's the only receipt I had today when I did all this work. So $30 in seeds, man. Hopefully we can keep that price down. We had one more massive purchase, a tree stand. The tree stand itself was like $170. It was a 18-foot tall with a shooting rail, flip-up seat. It's a really nice tree stand. I enjoy it. I'm glad I bought it. But those were our major purchases, like our big ones. We spent a lot of money on equipment, targets, hand warmers, all that stuff adds up so fast. We're at $2,000 materials and supplies, which we didn't even buy bullets this year. We didn't even buy bullets for the rifles this year. We bought a pistol, and that's not on here either. There's a lot of things I didn't include in these expenses, but I included as much as I could. So $2,000 in materials and supplies. And you know, when I think about this, it's probably on the low end compared to a lot of you out there. Let's go to our total expenses page. Like I said, I have this formula errored out because I don't want to see the total yet, but we have a few more things we need to talk about. Hunting licenses. We do not live in Wisconsin, but that is where we do all our hunting. Our non-resident prices for bow and rifle for me and Marilyn, $652. So at the beginning of the year, when we decide we're going hunting, our zero is $652. That's how much it costs to legally walk in the woods with a firearm or a bow, go hunting. $652. That alone hurts. That hurts a lot. I also need to update this number because I got the totals now. Roughly $375, not $300. For the meat processing, processed 2 deer this year. The first one we got back, and it was $175 total. But I didn't get any sticks or summer sausage or anything made for that one. It was all just ground meat. So it was really cheap. $175 to just take a deer in, forget about it, get it back a week later. Absolutely incredible. $375 for 2 deer because the second one's going to be more expensive. We got a whole bunch of cuts or a whole bunch of sticks and summer sausage and stuff made out of that one. So that one was a little more expensive. $375. Now that's probably the number one place we could save money doing it ourselves. We could probably save $250 of that if we decided to get what we need to process deer ourselves and cut it up and vacuum seal it, you know. A lot of people do it, a lot of my friends do it, but the amount of time I spend on my 9 to 5 and hunting and spending, you know, home chores that you have, I just find it worth the money to just go drop it off at a butcher, get the cuts, and, you know, put it in the freezer. So until I have an adequate amount of time and like a couple stainless steel tables to do it the right way, I'm just gonna bring it to the butcher. So $375 for our meat processing. I got my Euro mount done for $65, and my shoulder mount I'll be taking here in soon. And I'm estimating that to be anywhere from $300 to $700. Who knows what that's gonna cost? So I just averaged it out. It's gonna be $450 for the mounts from this year. 1 Euro mount and 1 shoulder mount. $450. That's the minimum. That's gonna be the minimum that I spend on our mounts this year. So that's all of the majority of purchases made. So what did it cost? What was our total for the year? $4,500. Seeing that total number and just thinking about it, Yikes. And that number is the minimum. There, you know, I didn't talk about how I bought a new trailer for the side-by-side to make towing it to Wisconsin easier. We didn't include quite a few receipts that are online purchases, and I am sure I have forgot something that I bought this year. Like I said, I'm not complaining about that number. I'm not here to be like, why is it so expensive? I'm just here to know what that total was. It was an interesting thing I wanted to do. So I am sure your season's out there, and there's a lot of you out there that are way more, way less than that number there. But for me and all the driving that we do to get back and forth to the hunting land, $4,500, I think that's pretty good. $652 in licenses is the hardest one out of all these numbers for me to swallow every year. That's the one that gets me. I can spend thousands of dollars on other things, but nothing gets to me quite like the license price. But like I said, I'm not complaining. It is what it is. I'm still gonna hunt there no matter what they make the price. But $4,554. Now, I made money back this year. You know, between YouTube advertisements, Amazon affiliate link money, and you know, merch money, I made money back this year. Not profit, I promise you that. Did not make any profit this year, but we did make some of the money back. Regardless, that was the total. That's where we're at. So $4,500 to go hunting this year. That is what it costs us. If you're willing, or you know how much it costs you, go ahead and put in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you include land, you know, if you bought land this year, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars that it would have cost you to go hunting this year. But regardless, thank God I don't have to pay for a lease or anything like that, because I know a lot of you out there do. Luckily, we have land that we can hunt, and it doesn't cost us anything for the land. That would hurt even more. We'll find ways to either cut down spending some places or add more next year, because we want to build a couple of more enclosed box blinds. We're going to expand all the food plots, which may mean equipment. So next year is probably going to be much more expensive than this one. But everything we spent money on was something we needed, something we wanted. It was all functioning towards making our hunting season better. But this is where I'm going to leave you guys. This is probably the last hunting video you guys are going to get until our final Trail Camera Tuesday. So if you're here just for the hunting, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you next spring when we start our food plot projects again. But at this point, I think it's time to just throw in a little bit of ice fishing hype video. Get out of here. So without further ado, once again, thank you all for watching. I appreciate every last one of you. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, we'll see you on the ice. Got him.
We go under, every man for himself.
Oh, look at that. That's right.
Grab my phone, please.
Fish on.
Oh yeah, there we go. Biggest one of the night. Walleye chunks come first.